We are the Hebrew Israelites. Come out here, week in, week out, to prophesy the downfall of America according to the Bible. As you can know, as you see it, the economy is going down, but you people are enjoying yourself. But pretty soon you won't be enjoying yourself. Pretty soon martial law is going to come to this place. And we come in the spirit of the prophets. Give me Jeremiah 28.
Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Yeah, the prophets that have been before Jeremiah and the prophets of old prophesied great evils against kingdoms like America. Because America is known in the Bible as this wicked kingdom. The wickedness of America just gets deeper and deeper as the days go by. So we come in the spirit of the prophets, like Jeremiah, to prophesy the downfall of America according to the Bible. Because we know, through the mysteries of the scriptures, that America is that sinful kingdom. You got a precept?
Jeremiah 16 and 17, verse 17. For my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes.
Yeah, the iniquity of this place, these so-called white people, these Edomites, because the Edomites are the so-called white people. And how we know that? Through the prophecy of the scriptures. You see, the white man, he's been in every land destroying people's nations. And we know through in Genesis 25, the heritage of the Edomites given by his father, Isaac, that he, through the sword, would accumulate all his goods and all his wealth. So these so-called white people are known in the Bible as Edomites.
That's right. Amos chapter 9, verse 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Yeah, the eyes of the Lord are on the sinful kingdom. Now America, they push homosexuality out here. Homosexuals can get married. Specifically in Maryland, that's going to be a referendum on the ballots come this fall. Should we vote for homosexual marriage or not? Do they get equality? Well, we know in the Bible that homosexuality is wicked. You remember what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? The Most High rained fire and brimstone upon Sodom and Gomorrah for the wickedness. And it's no different.
Leviticus.
Hold on. Verse 9, continuing in 8. Start over. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
Now the house of Jacob are the so-called Negroes, West Indians, Native American Indians, and so-called Latinos. The 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. The Lord is not going to destroy the whole house of Jacob, but two-thirds of our people are going to be destroyed when these missiles be shot on America from Russia and these different nations, because World War III is at hand.
Continuing, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
Yeah, all the sinners of the Israelites are going to die by the sword. Now how are they going to die by the sword? They're going to die in concentration camps, in this famine that's coming to this land. And then when the missiles ultimately destroy America, they're going to die. But before the missiles hit, all hell is going to break loose in America. Martial law, FEMA concentration camps, famine, which is all engineered by the elite, those elite bankers, the Rothschilds. They have engineered the destruction of this society to bring forth that new world order that they want.
Right.
But the missiles are going to destroy that new world order. And a new world order is ultimately going to be established on the earth. A new rulership with the righteous, who are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
Jeremiah 16 verse 18. And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things.
Now this is talking about the land of Israel. The Lord is going to restore the land of Israel to the true Israelites. Now the true Israelites, like I said, are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. The so-called Negroes, West Indians, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Zephaniah 3:8.
Yeah, ask him the question.
Right. So are you talking about the American white man?
I'm talking about the so-called white man in general, the Edomites, because white people are not white, they're red, which comes from their forefather Esau, which destroyed the earth through his policy and through his wars. Because is it not true that the so-called white man conquers nations?
That is true.
That is true, right?
But I agree with what you said about the New World Order.
Okay.
Now my family,
Hold. Who's pushing the New World Order on the planet Earth?
white people.
So-called white people, right?
But
give me Genesis 25. Genesis 25.
Start 23.
23.
Genesis 25 verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
Now this is talking about Rebecca. Rebecca, which she had twins. If you know the story of Jacob and Esau. Keep on reading.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
2 manner of people, which represents 2 nations. You had Jacob, which represents our people, and you had Esau, which represents the so-called white man today.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Yeah, the one people shall be stronger than another people.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
The elder shall serve the younger. Now Esau came out first with the so-called white man, and Jacob held his feet, like we have in the picture right there. If you see the picture right there. Keep on reading.
And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
Yeah, the first came out red like a hairy garment. Now when you look at the so-called white man, you go down south, you see so-called white people, they're red. We call them rednecks, right? Yeah. We call them rednecks. Keep on reading.
And they called his name Esau.
Yeah, Esau. He came out red.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field.
Yeah, Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. That's why you have a lot of white people, they like rock climbing, they like that outdoors. They like to do activities outdoors. Okay. Malachi, yeah.
Are you trying to say that the Bible is predicting the future?
Yeah, basically the Bible is a book of prophecy.
Didn't the Bible already say that the world already ended back in the 80s?
What you just said?
Doesn't the Bible say that the world already ended back in the 80s?
No, the world hasn't already ended because the prophecy which we're prophesying about these nuclear missiles haven't happened yet.
Antichrist, you know that, right?
Ecclesiastes 1:9.
My point that I was trying to get at is that, yeah, there's a lot of corrupt white people in America.
Yeah, but see, you gotta understand that Esau was a man, and he had children, and his children had children, and his children became a nation. So the Lord of the Bible, the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he deals with nations of people. He doesn't deal with just one person. So you have a nation of people that rules over another nation of people. The so-called white man, which is Esau according to the Bible, he rules over the nation of Israel, which is Jacob.
Gotcha.
So You got a scripture?
Yeah.
Social
Keep talking, man. Do your thing.
What you say?
Social dictatorship, basically.
Yeah. That's why your policy, that's why you're able to go in these different lands like Afghanistan and Iraq and steal the natural resources of these lands because you're in power. So it's prophesied that it was prophesied through the Bible that you would be in power and do these things. So we know through the prophecies that you will have a certain amount of time to do these things, and then at that time when the Lord dictates it, that you will be destroyed, and then you will go into slavery. We all know this through the scriptures, through the Bible. The Bible is a book of prophecies, laws, statutes, and commandments. So that's how we know that you so-called white people are the devil, which means deceiver, that you're liars. You as a nation of people, starting with your elites, the Rothschilds, who are trying to push that new world order.
You see, this is where it differs. I'm third generation in America. My family's from Ireland. I'm from Boston. So I understand what you're talking about. Because a lot of people are corrupt that have higher power. If you look at politics and all that, they're all fucked up. Scratch out the language.
That's okay.
But
go ahead, do your thing. But you know, you gotta understand, we're not talking about so-called. When he say so-called white man, we talking about a nation of people. The people of Ireland, actually, they might look like, you know, what I mean, so-called white people, but actually, they come from the seed of Judah, Benjamin, or Levi, Judah or Benjamin. Okay. That was dwelling in that land. So don't get us twisted. We going with skin color. That has nothing to do with it. It has to do with a nation of people. Yeah. Don't get it twisted like you white people. We're not dealing with that. We're dealing with the seed of the so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American. Don't come out here like, oh, black and white. We're not with that.
Yeah,
because the Irish people, actually, the people. Go ahead.
You are what your father is. So, you know, if your father's father goes back to one of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, then you're an Israelite. But if your father's goes back to Esau, which is represents the so-called white man, then you're an Edomite. See, the Bible deals with nations of people, and that's what we're out here for. We're out here for our people, the so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Latinos, to tell them that America's going down, which is one of the destruction of America is one of the main prophecies in the Bible.
Do you think God intended for all of this to happen, though, all this corruption?
Yeah, he set it up.
No,
he set it up. Yes.
He didn't.
Yes, he did.
Read it.
I got Malachi chapter 1. I'm gonna start at verse 2. Malachi verse 1. Malachi verse 1. I'm gonna start at verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Get Isaiah 29:16. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Explain that, huh?
Yeah, basically, read it again.
Esau and laid his mountains waste and heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Laid his heritage waste. Now, heritage represents people.
Right. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Yeah, and one time we had these Edomites in slavery, but they came back into power. So they put us into slavery. That's recorded in the scriptures. I believe that's in Ezekiel.
See, I agree with that because my people were basically slaves too. We had such a lack of food.
Let me say something. What he really meant, or to add on to what he's saying, because same concept. The so-called white man came from caves. All right, like what this brother was trying to explain to you, that there's people that look white, but their forefathers go to so-called black men. Are you black Irish? You're just Irish. But little do you know, well, who knows? You might be you could be an Israelite. He could be an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? But hold on. And then you do what you gotta do. And then make sure you get Isaiah 29:16. Let's get that to establish, because let's answer the questions also. Well, also too, what he's saying is that they came from little to something. If you look at America, it's like a great kingdom. People look all across the globe and say, let's go to America. And who established the so-called kingdom of America, so-called white people, the people that come from caves. Now that's what's being established here. And I'm gonna keep reading. Don't you read? You speaking now? It says here. It says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished. Impoverished. That's what's talking about, being in caves. But we will return and build the desolate places. And the desolate place was America. This place didn't have these big buildings here. And this is what we were saying earlier about predicting the future. And now look what it says here. Now you got to pay attention to what it says.